Yeah, so Jorge mentioned the blade is short. It's because you wanted the saya longer so you could draw it quicker. And they said you could hide secret notes in the bottom. You could put blinding powder. So remember the sand I threw? Put crushed glass or pepper in that and throw it. I did a demo, Scott probably remembers, on World of Fair demos on stage we used to do up in Dayton. It was like 2002. I was fighting with Brian Griffin and Kyle Smith, and I had the katana here, or the ninja toe, and I had full of baby powder, white powder. See, you could see it. Big audience. We were on stage, and I was fighting two of them, and I went like that. You can see it's on YouTube, and they're of course blinded, and I just ran in and cut them. But that's what you could have put in here. But we were talking about the weight of this. Scott and I were talking about the weight is perfect. It's perfectly balanced on this one. It's not top heavy. So if I have an uke here, anybody, non-lethal when he comes down here, and I can use the back. No, I'm not using the sharp side. I could hit with the back side of the blade and break him. If he had a helmet, I might want to dent the helmet and not kill him. Maybe I have to take him prisoner. Well, it would make no sense then. I'd want to hit him with this part. So another thing with the ninja toe is, remember, the whole thing is a weapon. We get fixed with the blade because we're frightened of it, and you fixate on what you're afraid of in life, right? I live in fear. I live on the edge. No. This is a weapon. This is the weapon. This. Everything. And the back of the blade is your dwarven hammer. So there should be a minimum of 5 ways to use that, not one. Maybe that's an analogy of life, you know. Options. We didn't have time to get to the others. But that's a good thing. That means that we train hard, right?
Yes, sir.
Muso Ken, just for a second, we already did this one. Muso. Adiva's here. Muso is this one, coming up the center, throwing and cutting. We did that. But I'm not moving much. I'm still in the center of the kata here. Understand? Hopefully in a battle, real slow, I'll just stick him right in the eyeball here and be done with it. See? Muso Ken. Ito Ken is when you throw the blade. Sorry, that's this one. He didn't know I was going to do that. Ito Nage, throwing the blade. Don't throw your blade. That's not very smart because now you're giving him his weapon. But if he attacks and I move in here and take this from him, and I'll throw this and come in and attack. That's Ito Nage. Thank you. If I had a Tanto and he's coming in, Ito Nage might be that, like a shuriken, and then be done with it. They say you can throw your own blade. I don't disagree with it, but I better have a backup, like a Glock or something. I can't see throwing my own weapon, but they were disposable. Well, I threw my sword at you. But you could throw this. It's a possibility. I don't think it's very smart in warfare unless you have a better weapon, okay? So Raiko is all these directional movements, cutting in, skiing, that I would consider what you should do for solo practice.
Is this why you showed us the swords? The 8 swords?
That would be a variation of this. Yeah.
The training of
there are 9 directions. You have 1, down. 2 is up. Left and right. East and west. Diagonals, down and up. Kiriage. So that's 8. The 9th point is the ski in the middle. Here. That's the 9th. The 10th point is infinite.
All-encompassing.
All-encompassing. Take all those and cook them up in a pot and see what you come up with. It's a soup. These are the ingredients to that. Okay? However, you can go out in the field and practice Raiko Ken by yourself in the cornfield and be really good at swordsmanship. To a point, you need a person to get good. You can't be by yourself. Solo training is only good for a little bit. You can't be a master swordsman without encountering another human. It's all in your head. All right? And there are no such things as masters. You know how I feel about that. Once you say you've mastered something, you cannot learn anymore. And you instantly put everybody else below you, and that's arrogant. You can't master this stuff. You can get better at it. You can be an expert. No one said you can't. But as soon as you say, I am a master, how arrogant. I am a master. No. Always a student. You can research this stuff, but everyone teaches. Oh, remember, caveat, everyone teaches this differently. This is how I learned from 5 teachers. But you might go next year to one of these and they're like, that's not Dato Ken, it's very different. Just take it for what it is. All right? Who's treating us to dinner? No. Veronica. Dato Ken. Let's bow in respect. So from here, domo arigato gozaimashita.